guys, my name is Landon. Today I'm bringing us another video. Oh, Canada. I was obviously just got off my vacation from Florida on a cruise. Had a really good time, and you guys obviously know that from my last video. But still, I'm back. I'm back in action, and we're talking about CTF, which was announced while I was gone on my vacation, that is no longer going to be in the competitive rotation. Very surprising, to say the least. No, Capture the Flag, a very, very well-known game type, been stretched back to all kinds of different COD titles, back to, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, a bunch of, not just those games in general, but a lot of games in the past consisting of Capture the Flag, one of the most, I wouldn't say entertaining, but kind of like a staple where Call of Duty competitive has been in the past. It's always been kind of like that game type where we've always thought, oh, Capture the Flag, Hardpoint, or, Domination, Search and Destroy. It's always been like that little category of, like, you have like a pool, and like all these game types are here, and you always have Capture the Flag basically in that conversation. I was listening to the Sticks the other day, which I'll put down in the description if you guys want to watch that video. They actually had Merc on, and he was actually talking about it. He was like, we've been asking for CTF to be eliminated from Advanced Warfare in the first 3 weeks of the game. Now keep in mind, guys, MLG cannot control what is in the game and what is out of the game. That is all up to the developers of Call of Duty and whatnot. So I don't want you guys to hate on MLG, be like, you guys haven't done anything, this is your fault, this is how the game works. It's not their problem necessarily, but they do play a role. It's not necessarily always their fault to blame them for it, if that makes any sense. So like I said, Capture the Flag no longer in the competitive rotation. Well, Landon, what game type fills that up now? I can tell ya, if you guys didn't already know, it's going to be another Hardpoint. I'm not happy about this. You might be curious why. Well, I'll lay out. Whoa, my voice. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm not happy with another Hardpoint. Now, I'm gonna tell you guys this why. Now, is there another alternative to this? I'm not sure. But as far as another Hardpoint goes, I'm going to lay out how the normal best of 5 series is going to work out. So obviously we start off with a Hardpoint, that's normal, okay, a regular Hardpoint. Then for game 2, we move on to a Search and Destroy. Nothing to worry about. That's what we've been used to thus far. So game number 3, I believe it's usually a CTF or an uplink. I believe now that's going to be a uplink, excuse me, I believe that's going to be an uplink for sure. So I'm pretty sure game 3 now is always going to be uplink. Game 4, instead of CTF, we are going to have Hardpoint, and for Game 5, obviously, is Search and Destroy. So, now only 3 game types in a best of 5, no longer 4. We did have Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, Uplink, and CTF. Now, Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, and an Uplink. So, I don't want you guys to be confused, but I want you guys to know. Imagine, okay, I'm going to lay this out. Do you guys remember Black Ops? No. Do you guys remember Modern Warfare 2, where they would say, kill streaks always make teams... or make players, in a sense, the rich get richer. I don't know if you guys remember that or not. I don't know if you guys remember people talking about that in the sense of how whenever you're in Modern Warfare 2, the score streaks or the kill streaks just help you even more. So if you get a Harrier, now you got your AC-130, or now you got this, now you got up to now your nuke. Like, it just works. Like, it helps you each step of the way. And that's exactly how I feel with this competitive rotation now. So imagine if you're playing Optic Gaming. Say you're like a TCM, so you're not the most strongest team in that slang category, but you're still up there. You're a very well-known team. You're up there, like I said, in the top, MLG Pro Call of Duty teams, and you're facing off against Optic Gaming. So that first Hardpoint, 90% of the time, is not going to go in your favor. So you're already down 1-0. So next, we have a Search and Destroy. I think this next Game 2, Search and Destroy, is going to be the most crucial game for any team who's not necessarily the best at slaying. Or it honestly depends to me. If you have a team that's better at slaying and a team that's not, the team that's not has to absolutely win that Game 2 Search and Destroy, or like 80% of the time, that tournament is or that game type is going to go, or the series is going to go in the favor of the team who's better at slaying. And I know that's kind of confusing, but imagine you don't win that Search and Destroy. Guess what? We got an uplink next. You're not very good at slaying. Well, we're just gonna give you another uplink. So you're down 2-0. You have an uplink. Let's say you just get lucky. You win the uplink. Well, guess what now? Another Hardpoint. This is great. This is just wonderful. Advanced Warfare, not a slaying game. There's strategies involved. We have a Hardpoint. We lost the Hardpoint. We won the Search and Destroy. Thank the Lord. We're tied at 1-1. What 2 game types do we have next? We have an uplink, and we have another Hardpoint. It's like, almost, if I'm Optic Gaming, if I'm FaZe, if I'm one of these teams who makes it out of Roster Mania with a good slang roster, I am ecstatic because I'm going to be in the Grand Finals for just about every single tournament remaining. Now, I'm not frustrated. Actually, I am a little bit frustrated. I'm a tad frustrated for the fact that Advanced Warfare has absolutely and will go down as the most slay-heavy game in the Call of Duty franchise, meaning that if you have 4 Slayers that can just play, you're going to win. And that's just unfortunate, because Black Ops 2, while it was focused on slaying, it also had a lot of strategy involved. Same thing with Ghost, same thing with other titles in the past. It wasn't just who can kill the most players, it was the strategy behind it, why are you doing it. And I'm not saying that Advanced Warfare doesn't have strategies involved. It does have strategies involved. It's not just walk around and get kills. But I'm saying in Advanced Warfare, if you have a group of semi-smart players who are very talented at slaying, you will win events. You will be in the grand finals a lot of the time. If your team is better at slaying than another team, well, congratulations, you're going to beat that team at least 95% of the time. Now, I'm just throwing out random percentages here and there, but just imagine the best of 5 series is just, to me, it's not a joke, but it's like, I don't know what they would have put in there, and I can't really think of a better system, so I'm not hating on whoever decided to put the hardpoint in Game 4. And I'm really glad they didn't put it as Game 3. Can you imagine hardpoint, search and destroy, hardpoint? Like, what? Like, what? Like, I don't understand how that's even a viable option, but I just can't imagine if I'm a team like Rise, if I'm a team like, these teams who just aren't necessarily known for their slaying, go up against Optic Gaming, go up against FaZe, and expect to win a series against them, because you have a hardpoint, which is normally not going to go in your favor. You have a search and destroy, which is optional. You have an uplink, which is optional. Say you win both of those games, you have another hardpoint, and now it's going to come down to a search and destroy as Game 5. So it's like 2 hardpoints are most likely going to go in the favor of the team that's best at slaying. Those other 3, it's like you might win 1 of those, you might win 2 of those. It just doesn't make sense. Like, we have 3 respawns, 2 of them being hard points, which are totally slay heavy, and you have 2 search and destroys as well. So as much as I didn't like CTF, I think it brought a little bit of at least difference. It's kind of like Uplink, while it is a it has to do with slaying in a sense, at least there's more teamwork involved than in a hardpoint. As much as I'm going to love hardpoint, I'm not hating on hardpoint at all. I'm saying it's going to make the rich get richer. It's going to benefit these teams who are already doing well, and it's going to be teams like Optic Gaming, like FaZe, like whoever you want to throw into who is dominant now. I'm sure after Roster Mania we'll see at least 1, maybe 2 or 3 teams who have just a great amount of Slayers be in that category, and it's going to be very difficult for a lot of these younger teams, a lot of these teams who just aren't necessarily the best, try to compete against these teams in best of 5 series, because I believe now we're just going to see straight best of 5s for the rest of the year. So let me know in the comments, guys, what do you guys think about the best of 5 series now, including the hardpoint? What do you guys think about CTF? While I'm not happy that CTF has gone, I'm also very happy that CTF has gone, because it literally provided, it didn't make sense. CTF, you had some random spawns, you had stuff that happened that didn't make sense to the game in any way. So in a sense, I'm happy CTF has gone, but I'm also kind of missing it for the fact that I think this game is now much more slaying heavy, and it's just like slay. I don't know, but let me know down in the comments, guys, what are your opinions about this? I want to know your guys' thoughts, and yeah, I also look at just about every single comment that I get, and I always respond to them as well. So make sure to comment down below, what do you guys think about CTF being gone? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Peace out.